I had to get my hair out of my face. Sorry, you guys. Well, Troy, it's good to see you running up front here after a week of running first at Antioch, shorter track, longer track, back to a short track. This car seems to favor this little bull ring.
Hopefully, I really like coming down here. It's just a long way from home, but glad to be here, and hopefully we can put on a show for the fans.
There you go, Ben. What do we got for heat race number 4?
Well, the fourth and final heat race, Ashley, looks like this. In the H&S Bodyworks number 5W, running a Vanderbilt chassis, and he had a big result, a third-place finish on Friday night in Hanford. That's Larry Wise. Larry Wise, your inside pole sitter. To his outside, it's Clifton King in car number 66 from Pahrump, Nevada. Row 2 will feature the 20. That's the Burks Upholstery, Keith Day Trucking, Victory Circle chassis. Out of Salinas, Cody Burke. Cody Burke in car number 20 will start in position 3. To his outside, Ryan Daves out of Bakersfield. His first race with us of the week, the Air Control Services, Fry Miller Trucking. Daves Fabrication, Victory Circle. Starting in 5th, the 15P, Andrew Pierce out of Oakley, the Back Valley Excavating and Trucking, Pacific Coast Engineering, F&D Motorsports, Asphalt Surfacing Incorporated, Rage. While starting in 6th, the 2JD from Martinez, Jake Dewsbury, Extreme Scaffolding, Delta Transmission, Rogers Roofing, Impressive Chassis. And the last car in the grid, car number 58, starting P7 from Woodland, Washington, the Reed's Automotive, sponsored Victory Circle, Devin Reed. Devin Reed in car number 58, starting 4th row inside.
It looks like the officials trying to give him the work in the top side of the racetrack so far. Like you talked about a little bit earlier, kind of middle side dominant. So right now, get him to work that high side in. A little bit of multi-grooves around here. We're trying to make a little bit of a multi-grooves here at Bakersfield Speedway. Oh, once again, we're back on IMCA.tv.
Hello, people.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining us.
We just keep running into the same places, don't we?
Exactly, yeah. Just in a different little cubicle, I guess you can say. So.
I wouldn't say that we got stalker status going on, but, you know.
Don't put out your social media.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't have, I don't have Twitter and hashtag or whatever it was or Instagram. I don't know. That was some lovely penmanship, despite the pungent odors of the Sharpie next to me for a bit.
I haven't seen that good of a penmanship since I think maybe kindergarten.
Pablo Picasso. Yeah. He's not gonna amount to anything, that guy. But I will tell you, you weren't getting the fumes because you had the drive-through window. We have a drive-through window here, but it's to scorn.
Yeah.
So if they don't want to deal with us anymore, they can just shut that. But it looks like we got the locking mechanism. So who's in power now, right?
Most definitely.
Well, this is our final heat race of the night.
For modifieds.
For the modifieds, yeah. Correct. Yes, way to correct me, because I was just about to say, if it sounds, we'd have a disclaimer. If we say anything that doesn't make any sense, it's because it's been a long week. It's been a fun week. IMC Modified heat race number 4 here at Bakersfield Speedway is underway.
Under green flag conditions here, and it is Larry Wise. Oh, and it looks like getting caught up there was the 20, I believe, of Cody Burke. Oh, and and around goes Jake Dewsbury. And it looks like he collected Devin Reed. Devin Reed able to escape out of that one with no visible damage.
Yeah, Dewsbury was the guy. We saw him at Antioch, Martinez Racer, so that's his home turf. And he is going to go off the racetrack. Wasn't with us Friday in Hanford, but he did catch up with us last night in Thunderbolt.
Well, his car was there
at
Hanford, just
correct.
not racing at Hanford.
Yeah.
So.
So Larry Wise and Clifton King still the front row. So it's California and Nevada. And for a guy like Cody Burke, this is a bit of a blessing here. So we've got an IMCA.TV replay.
Ooh, and looks like he just went in there a little bit too hot, just got around and slid up the racetrack a little bit so slightly in the 58 of Devin Reed getting into him. 1 and done here for our heat races. 2 and done for our B mains coming up later on this evening.
So very razor thin margins of error.
Yes, most
really
definitely.
no room for error at all. California, Nevada on the front row. Larry Wise and Clifton King. This one reduced to 6 cars, still going the advertised distance of 10 laps.
Green flag. Oh, they're beating and banging off the start. Clifton King and Larry Weiss. Looks like Larry Weiss is going to get the maneuver. Oh, my. Clifton King, all kind of troubles now. He has to deal with the 22D of Ryan Daves. Meanwhile, that's going to open the door wide open for Salinas native Cody Burke to the inside. Already some visible damage band as you see on Dave's machine on the 22D.
I was going to say it's not a beauty contest, but it's not looking too pretty at all for the 22D of Ryan Daves for his right rear quarter panel. Nonetheless, it's not slowing him down. Doesn't look like he has a tire rub going, and we're able to see some of the right rear suspension operate just a little bit as it comes down the front straightaway.
Yeah, and this is not a big enough track really for any aero dependence here, so he will be A-okay. Meanwhile, he's done now being pressured by the 20 of Cody Burke. Cody Burke here trying to make some moves early in this heat race. Oh, he tried the crossover move, but Dave shut the door. Meanwhile, Larry Weiss is pretty much checked into its different zip code here, as now coming across the line, he has 3.1 second lead over second place. Ryan Daves here, Ben, with just 4 laps in the books.
Good fight for second here. Cody Burke from Salinas on the gorgeous and scenic coast in car number 20, trying to overtake the 22D of Ryan Daves. Daves having none of it. It's allowing the 66 of Clifton King and the 15P of Andrew Pierce battle for 4th and stack up a little bit. King in defensive mode as that race for second undetermined.
Oh, 2 by 2, good battle going on for position. One is for second, and the other one is for 4th. Oh my. Looks like set. Oh, and Cody Burke almost goes around, getting me all tongue-tied here. And that's going to allow Clifton King to close in on the 20. And here comes Andrew Pierce around the top side.
Pierce around the outside. He's up into 4th. Now he's searching for 3rd as he slips underneath this. Ryan Daves, something may be happening with the 22D.
Oh.
Claymaker from the 15P of Andrew Pierce.
Pierce not leaving any room here, and we told you about this bull ring here at Bakersfield. It was going to create some interesting racing. Meanwhile, Andrew Pierce now sets his sights on second place, Ryan Daves. Andrew Pierce, the fastest car on the racetrack, it may seem.
This is going to come down to it as Larry Wise in full boss mode will win heat race number 4 for the IMCA Modifieds. That fight for 3rd is a spirited battle. Oh no, upside down, Cody Burke.
Wow.
Red flag is out as Andrew Pierce and Cody Burke battling for position number 3. Getting word from the safety crew that Cody Burke is reporting he is okay. That is good news to hear for the 4-time track champion at Ocean Speedway. Correction, 5-time and defending champion at Ocean Speedway in Watsonville. We may have a replay courtesy of IMCA.tv. If you're here in the grandstands and you're wondering exactly, oh man, I want to see that again, go ahead and go on to IMCA.tv and you can get the IMCA.tv replay subscription. And here's this battle. This is for 3rd. We take a look at it again. Burke retakes 3rd on the inside, goes up, and kind of looks like he was getting sideways. Pierce tried to get underneath, and just the way that nose is shaped kind of just scooped him up like a shovel. Okay, so we have a winner here with Larry Wise. We'll get you the rest of the finishing order here in just a second, and Ashley's got him downstairs.
All right, well, over a 7-second lead on that heat race there. Is there any adjustments that you're going to make to your car for later on in the evening?
I can't tell you.
It's a secret. Can't be giving up the secret. Okay, well, give me some wrong advice. Opposite questions only. What are you going to do?
Take your front shocks, flip them around.
Here you go. Back to you guys up top.
Tough break there as you see them towing the 20 of Cody Burke. Cody has been with us.
So we'll see if we can queue up a replay before we get our first heat race for the IMCA Northern Sport Mods out. This is the unofficial finish right now. Larry Wise with the win. Ryan Dave second. Andrew Pierce third. Clifton King fourth. Devin Reed fifth. Cody Burke sixth. And Jake Dewsbury seventh. First of 3 heat races. Again, top 16 in overall passing and finishing points in this division. Go to the main event. Austin McMillan out of Atascadero, the Avila Traffic Safety, Templeton Electric, Brand Creative West, Razor Chassis Inside Pole Sitter. Austin Manzella out of Bakersfield, and the Bakersfield Chiropractic Pounds Motorsports 04M starts to the outside of him. The 212 out of Bakersfield, Central California Power, Stevenson Suspension, CX Factory Victory Circle, Darren Blankenship. Starting fourth, the 3M, that is Matt Wonkum from Wasco and the Peterson Auto Supply Victory Circle. The 52, Jason Ryan Jr., Quaylo's Body Repair, Hair by Jay Lean, Dig by Vince GRT from Oakley. Starting sixth in car number 18C, Chris McKellar from Bakersfield, Terry Bedford Concrete, Incognito Designs, On It Chassis. Starting in seventh, it's the 96, Brock Crawford from Bakersfield, West Coast Boring, Mystique Tanning and Salon, HSR Equipment Shaw. Eighth in the lineup, the 30H, Orion Hampel from Atascadero, running in memory of his late brother Cody. He's got a Harris chassis. And Ryan Olds out of Bakersfield in car number 1R will start ninth. 9 cars, 10 laps. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the IMCA Northern Sport Mods is underway.
Green flag out for first Sport Mod heat racing is going to be Austin Manzella. I thought was going to go in there a little bit too hot to get around in front of the field. Meanwhile, he is going to go by Austin McMillan down the back straightaway. Give lap number 1 to Manzella in the 04 machine. Good battle going on now. Starting to brew for second. The 3M of Matt Wencomb and a Jason Ryan Jr. joining in. 3 wide going into turn number 3. Woncom's going to get by for second, and Jason Ryan Jr. for third. Here comes Chris McKellar in the 18C. He throws a slide job across the nose of the 13 of McMillan. Oh man, this one is starting to get spicy here already at Bakersfield Speedway.
Austin Manzella showing the way, the 2018 California State Champion in IMC Northern Sport Mod competition, as well as won the Santa Maria Raceway track title. Oh boy, Wonkum in the 3M a little out of sorts. Jason Ryan Jr., one of those drivers we mentioned, has been in the top 5 every single night, is up to second, but he's got some fast company in the likes of Chris McKellar in the 18C.
Chris McKellar all over the back bumper. Here comes a slide job. Maybe he thinks better of it.
All sorts of craziness happening with McMillan in the 13. Austin McMillan, the hood coming up, impairing his visibility, and got tagged in the back by Orion Messina. Orion
Hampel, excuse us. Meanwhile, still leading the charge is the 04M Manzella. 6 laps down, 4 to go. We had a battle going on between, yellow flag is out, and that is for, it looks like the 13 of Austin McMillan and the 212 of Darren Blankenship there. Now we've seen a few drivers drive that 212. Nick Spanhoward was behind the wheel of it last year most of the time, and now Darren Blankenship. Not sure who's going to be credited with that caution there. But you see the 13 still, Austin McMillan still heavy damage to the hood.
So looks like right now at the halfway mark, Austin Manzella leading. Jason Ryan Jr. second. Manzella was second in the main event at King Speedway in Hanford on Friday night. While Jason Ryan Jr. third at Antioch. Fourth at Hanford, and was fourth at the line when we last saw him, but credited with third. Yeah. So he's looking pretty good so far this week.
And for a driver who has only ever raced on, or ever been to, I should say, Antioch Speedway and Merced Speedway, Merced getting rained out, so only give credit to Antioch.
And he never made a show prior to Wednesday night. So that's a, in the words of Steve Martin in the Pink Panther, that's a really, really, really good deal. So, 13th or third is going to be Matt Wonkum, Chris McKellar fourth. Brock Crawford will restart fifth. And I think we got a hoodless Austin McMillan here. So visibility should be 2020. Beyond the top five, Darren Blankenship was running in sixth, but not car number 96 Orion Hampel will inhabit that position. And Hampel and McMillan, a couple laps before, they got into it with each other. And Ryan Olds in car number 1R will restart in position, looks like 7 here.
Yeah, now kind of with that air cleaner now exposed on that 13. Hopefully he can get through this one without damaging anything interior-wise in that motor. Meanwhile, Austin Manzella is going to lead us into the restart zone. Green flag back out. 5 laps down, still 5 to go as they all charge and file into turn number 1. Oh, Austin McKell. Oh, here comes the 96 of Brock Crawford as he rips around the top end. He goes from 5th to 3rd in the matter of 1 lap there. Now he sets his sights on the 52 of Ryan Jr. Chris McKellar now looks to the inside of the 96 of Brock Crawford. Side by side across the line. That's the best bet on the racetrack. Slide job by Chris McKellar. Crawford's going to cross over now. Crawford to the inside. McKellar down on the top, down the back straightaway, going into 3. All around goes McKellar, and hard, heavy damage.
Man,
the 3 of Matt Walcom, and I believe that is Ryan Hampel, if I'm correct. I do not see the third. Yeah, so I believe that is Hampel.
Orion Hampel racing in memory of his late brother Cody, who they unfortunately lost in December. Heavy wreckage taking place in turn 4. And that was with some of the front runners, too.
Yeah, Chris McKellar was, like you said, first time in attendance here with us this week here on the tour. Running strong, and he is involved in that accident. Actually, the car that caused the accident. And we have a replay here on IMCA.tv as we are looking. And, yeah, he just got loose, and, bam. Wow.
Well, and Matt Wonkum, to no fault of his own, nowhere to go, but coming in the full send mode. And then Hampel in the 30H, nowhere to go either, and just
demolished.
Just a train wreck.
Yeah, wow. Oh, and he hit it on the nose, too.
Right front to left rear.
Man. Tough break for those 3 drivers there.
Well, they're going to clean up the wreckage in turn 4. And red flag is out so that the track workers can utilize all the necessary space that they need to untangle that mess, and no reason for these drivers to make burn fuel that they don't really have to. Ryan Old started this race in 9th and has progressed to, I think, 4th place in the 1R. And so maybe getting some valuable passing and finishing points. Again, the way that system works, the more cars you pass, the more points you get, but the higher up you finish, the more points you get as well. So you combine it together, it's pretty simple. You start up front, finish up front, you start in the back, pass as many cars as possible.
Yeah, another driver, too, is 96 of Brock Crawford, starting in that 7th place position. Right now, he will be credited with 3rd. He was actually duking it out there with, as they see them towing the 3M machine, he was actually duking it out with Chris McKellar there.
It makes some noise for Wasco's Matt Wonkum in car number 3M. Good, as you can see, just the amount of damage sustained. Looks like Orion Hampel out of the race car and talking to safety workers.
Hey Ben, hey Joe, just an update for you guys. So we see Orion out of his car. He took his time, he checked in with medics. His front end is in pretty rough shape. You may see that as they tow it across either the front or the back, not sure what direction they're gonna take on that one. Just had to, take a moment, collect himself. We'll see if he's able to return to competition. However, just what I saw, highly unlikely. Based on his car, not the driver. Driver is A-okay.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. Great job. And yes, no doubt, if it was anything like the 3M of Wonkum, is that thing is the 30H of Hampel steaming like a dragon in a cave. 30H of Hampel steaming like a dragon in a cave. And we look at it again. Again, this was what, 3rd place being fought over here. 18C, Chris McKellar gets sideways and starts going around on him. And Matt Wonkum, man.
Heavy contact, as you've seen by Wonkum. And no fault over here as we're watching on IMCA TV by Brock Crawford. Did not make any contact. Oh, man. That probably has to be one of the hardest hits we've seen.
And it's kind of one of those deals with the 18C of McKellar. And maybe if he hadn't been there, Wonkum, kind of like in that previous seat race we saw for the modifieds with Burke and Pierce, kind of get shoveled up and scooped over and got upside down.
Yes,
but
most definitely.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case. So it sounds like red lights are going to be replaced by yellow. That means we're close to getting back underway.
With just 3 laps to go. Here, 7 laps down, 3 to go. It should be. I could be wrong.
This is heat race number 1 of 3. We're still on H1 for the IMCA Sport Mods. As we're going to see the damage to the 30H. That's some pretty heavy damage right there. No doubt the radiator taking a hit and then some. So top 16 overall passing and finishing points will get you into the main event, top 8 to the redraw. And how about this speed shot? Did you see this, Joe? I had to climb.
No way.
I did. So it's on, let's see, going from the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th cable from the top. I climbed where the flagman is. I went over, and I did an Indiana Jones to the pole. And then we set it actually kind of about knee level where the flagman is. And production said, nope, you need to move it higher. And so I moved it up. Don't worry. It was OSHA approved. No hazard. I mean, I don't know. I'm still waiting for my papers to come through that was a hazardous job.
Ben, 1 second. I'd like to remind you that I was the pioneer for that movement, okay? I was the first to climb up that pole and suggest that. So, I mean, truly the thanks should go to me.
Correct. She had the
as well as you. I mean, you did risk your biscuit for it, so.
She had the albatross wingspan going on. So, Joe, there was a slight chance that you would have been having to quarterback this deal.
Most definitely. Oh, what I did to see you get up on the fence there.
Hey, you can see me do it tonight. We can have a show, and I went because I got to take it down.
Oh, hey, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but I just got to be in flying shape for tomorrow. So I haven't been home since April 21st. So I'm really looking forward to see my tribe of children and sleep in my own bed.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a week.
Whatever that's like.
Yeah.
I don't know, hotels and the road on the life. I mean, you saw it. We were talking about it all the time I spent in San Francisco early last week. Actually went to the Walt Disney Family Museum a week ago today. I ate ice cream at Ghirardelli Square. I went to go to Oracle Park. Of course, the Giants weren't playing.
Unfortunately.
I don't know if you're a Giants fan because, you like the Lakers and everything. But so... and then what else did I do? I got lost on the BART, and I ended up in.
Oh yeah.
I ended up in Fruitvale, and then I had to backtrack. So I now know how to use the BART quite a bit. So.
There you go. Hey, well, I'm always up there in the Bay Area, so anytime you got it.
Oh, I got to see the Cable Car Museum with
with
all the cables and all the wheels. It was quite an operation. So. I asked them, hey, if you guys ever need a hand, I'm in town every now and then. They said, no, you're not qualified enough to work here. So
there you go.
I got to get licensed up.
Looks like they're trying to run in the racetrack really quick here. Once again, want to thank all of you race fans. And if you've been joining us all week long, I know some of you race fans have. We appreciate it. And if you've been joining us all week long on IMCA.TV, we appreciate it as well. This is our 5th night of action, or actually 4.5 because we lost a night and then we ran 3 more nights. So mathematically, we call it, I guess, number 5 or 4.5. But yes, it has brung us. It started us in the Bay Area, in the East Bay at Antioch Speedway on Wednesday night, and we have trekked all the way down here to the oil fields of Bakersfield at Bakersfield Speedway.
Yeah, we don't got Brian Baker here. I heard it was a deal that they named the town after him. It was him and his brother, like Romulus and Remus, the twins. Yeah.
You can see one of the oil rigs over there as they zoomed in on it. Is it operating? I don't think it's operating.
Yeah. It is not. It is currently in the stuck position. But I do see some friends gathered on the hill there that are watching some IMCA. Oh, that one's moving, though. That rig's bobbing up and down. It's like a hammer.
Oh, yeah.
What's the movie, The Rookie? When the rigs are going, that means the money's a-coming. I don't know. It's a good movie.
As we just wait for the medical units to roll back out onto the track here. But yeah, Nice little scenery out there, as you can see.
You know,
Lovely mountains.
I've only been here a couple of times. I've ate at the McDonald's. I can't tell you which location, but I've drove it through here through Disneyland.
That you've been to Bakersfield.
Correct.
You
yes.
haven't been to the Speedway.
Correct. I haven't been to the
Okay,
Speedway. But a friend of mine swears to everything holy and then some that the fastest way to Phoenix, Arizona is to go through Tehachapi Pass. So I have been on the 58 a time or two. So, and I'm not in charge of navigation because I got fired from that job. So, but I'm the storyteller. Believe it or not, I'm sure that it comes to a great shock to you.
Green flag is back out here for heat race number 1 for our sport mods. Austin Manzella leads Jason Ryan and Brock Crawford, and now we got a battle going on, it looks like, as Austin McMillan looks into the inside of the 1R Ryan Olds able to hold off the 13. Oh, and now we got a battle for the lead going on between Manzella and Jason Ryan Jr. The 52 of Ryan Jr. looks to the inside. He slides up the racetrack. Manzella still able to hold on. White flag being presented to your leader.
Might have to put a bucket of cold water on these two cats as they're getting hot, spicy, and feisty as Austin Manzella and car number 04M trying to outlast Jason Ryan Jr. Ryan Jr.'s a little bobble, and it's going to go Manzella the win. Jason Ryan Jr. holds on for P2. Brock Crawford will be 3rd. Ryan Olds 4th. Austin McMillan, despite minus the hood, is 5th. Chris McKellar 6th. Matt Wonkum 7th. Orion Hampel 8th. Darren Blankenship 9th. And just like that, heat race number 1 of 3 is finito. Austin Manzella out of Bakersfield is with Ashley.
Austin, great job running that heat race. You seemed like you hit all your marks. You were able to slow it up just a little bit going in on your entry. And this is a track that's home for you. You think that's an advantage?
It definitely helps out. Last night was a little bit of a doozy with everything going on, and car handled great all weekend so far, and I'm just hoping that I get a good pill drop for the main event, and this track should be turning into something great for tonight in the main event.
Yeah, how is it right now? I mean, you guys are running through the middle. Do you think it'll widen out anymore?
Oh, it's definitely going to widen out a lot. Even in that heat race, it widened out already. The entries are real dry, and the cushion's being pushed up, and it's just waiting for the marbles to get packed down, and then the track's going to be damn near to the wall.
All right, thank you, Austin. So it should be spicy later on.
All right. Well, I turned the AC off, so I'm expecting things to get hot real soon here. The M&M Motorsports Twisted